parking something that excites lots and lots of opinion. Michael Josem's with us from the Manx Taxpayers Alliance. You've been keeping your eye on parking, Michael, I guess. What was the story about Circular Road?
Hello, Andy. Good to be here with you. And so last week there was a proposal by the Isle of Man Government's Department of Infrastructure and Douglas Borough Council, who teamed up because they wanted to abolish and to remove one of the car parks that's been there for more than 10 years. I think that'll come as a surprise that the government is wanting to actively remove car parks that have been operating without much problem for the last decade or so.
And which car park particularly was it?
So it's a site that's 37 to 41 Circular Road. If you know Ashcrofts, the old store there opposite where Tai Tai restaurant is, it's just there.
Ah, I see. So what's happened now? Is the car park going to stay? Is it going to go? What's the story?
Well, what seems to have happened is that yesterday, and we've only just had this confirmed this morning, the planning committee has rejected the attempt by the DOI and Douglas Borough Council to remove it, and they've given it planning permission to exist for at least another 5 years, which is good news for Douglas citizens. It's good news for Douglas residents, good news for Douglas office workers.
And what do you think?
It's really a victory for common sense here.
Yeah, what do you think was behind wanting to get rid of? I mean, car parking is at something of a premium in Douglas.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think it's that these people here in the government, they want to promote their active travel, and that's fine if you want to produce and enhance and complement transport by building new services for cyclists or pedestrians or public transport. That's great, but this should not be a war, and it should not be a war where you try and sabotage alternative transport mechanisms. And so we need a transport system that works for different people at different times, in different vehicles or no vehicles at all. Rather than trying to remove alternative options.
What's your opinion about active travel? Do you think it's got? I mean, don't want to mix my metaphors, but has it got legs?
Well, look, I ride my bike around town, and it makes sense for me because I'm a pretty young and pretty fit sort of guy. But there are other people who have children, who are other people who are a little bit more frail, people who are coming from further afield, people who are not so resilient to the hills and the weather that we sometimes get here in the Isle of Man. And so that's what's really important here is we have different transport services for different people, and what might work well for a middle-aged man in Lycra might not necessarily work well for a mother of three or a father of three who's trying to take their kids into town to buy school shoes.
What's the story about parking in Peel as well?
So I'm not sure what you're talking about there specifically.
Oh, I just thought you had a story about something in Peel as well. What's going on there?
I'm not sure what you mean there.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry, Andy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Different caller. That was a different caller. Oh, Michael, listen, I can't let you go unless I ask you the $64,000 question, and you know what it is.
What's the question? Sorry.
Are you going to be standing?
You
Are you going to be standing in the House of Keys general election in September?
I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I haven't really made a decision either way.
Well, you stood you stood at the by-election in Douglas South. You got within a hair's breadth of becoming an MHK.
Yeah, you're right. And so, look, I might well do it, but I'm not really interested in the politics of it all. I'm more interested in the policy, and today, it's good to chat to you about the importance of having transport systems that work for everyone, and not just a select few who can ride their bike or can who are fit enough to walk and so on. So we need different things for different people. And so, and to answer your question about the politics of it all, I don't know. And nor, to be honest, do I really care. I'm more interested in the policy of it all.
Interesting. Well, thanks for bringing that to our attention as well. We appreciate your opinion, Michael.
Thank you, Andy. Keep up the good work.
All right. Good to talk to you.